Hey engineers and engineers, I'm gonna have to work on that. Enemy engineering here. In my last video, I talked about how dangerous the Megalo boxing gear would be if it was real. In this video, it's gonna be about why it's still there in spite of this. Of course, anime isn't known for its realism, so no matter how deadly it would be in reality, it's not gonna stop anybody from putting it there. Now there will be some light spoilers for the anime, so if you haven't seen it yet, you've been warned. From a story engineering perspective, the Megalo gear itself has a few different effects, the most obvious being the character designs. I don't think there's any denying that the gear looks awesome. I don't think anybody can argue that a guy with metal arms isn't a cool boxer. But there's more to it. The story itself actually states why. As good old one-eyed Odin here just said, the audience likes a gimmick, and the audience is us. Joe is always the underdog. Imagine how different it would be if he had this gear. Without the gear, he lacks the technological edge of the opponents he faces, and no matter how far he advances or how much of a favorite he is, he will never be the overdog. He's even fighting an AI at one point. Good thing it wasn't very good, otherwise he would have been a punching bag the moment he dropped his guard. But I digress. The fact that Joe is always an underdog, no matter how far he progresses, is a powerful device. We root for him, even as he gains fame and becomes a sort of fan favorite to enter the arena. He always feels like the weak one, and like he's about to lose the battle. There's always no way he can overcome the fight, because he's at such a disadvantage. And that's despite all his prior triumphs. So after the first few episodes, I thought maybe there was a chance that Joe would get a power up by actually getting some gear when he finally entered the arena. But I soon realized just how wrong I was, because it's a theme. In fact, we see Joe get a power-up when his metal shackles, his gear, falls off of him, even if there were other factors at play. Because of this, it's not just a show about a man struggling to overcome himself and his human opponents. Now he's building himself to defeat technological advancement itself. The technological enemy, so to speak, ranges from the first small enhancements up to an AI and what could only be considered a cyborg. This also ties in with the second theme, the citizen, or rather non-citizen, against the mega corporation. And that's of course exactly what our cyborg antagonist Yuri stands for. He's a slave to a mega corporation and has the newest bleeding edge technology. This all stands in stark contrast to what we see from Joe. His gear is more of a disadvantage, and the corporation behind him, the mafia, is a shackle he needs to throw off. So the core message of this story is that you don't need a huge corporation, you don't need a lot of money, and you don't need the cutting edge, bleeding edge technology behind you. You can do it if you just build yourself. So why is the Megalo gear in there? Well, it's an essential part of the themes of the story. It's crafted so well into the story that it wouldn't be the same story without it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see how much more deadly a boxer would be with the gear, click up in left hand corner. Feel free to subscribe or leave a like. Thank you.